Hi, welcome back to the bookshelf of timeless classics at Motivation Every Day, your channel for knowledge sharing and holistic personal development through powerful books. Today's video is a reflective journey through the beloved novel, The Alchemist, under the theme, Where Does True Motivation Come From? Let's listen. When we're in our 20s, many of us begin to wonder, what is my dream? What do I truly want to do? By the time we reach 25, another question comes to mind. Have I really tried hard enough to pursue my dream? Is this path the one my heart truly desires? And at 30, we may find ourselves once again lowering our gaze and asking, if I haven't lived my dream until now, is it too late to begin? If you're feeling lost or unsure, living with a heart full of questions, spend 2 hours with The Alchemist, a 225-page novel that may help you find your answer. Published over 30 years ago, translated into 81 languages, and sold in more than 170 countries, The Alchemist has changed countless lives. In Brazil, its fame is said to be on par with God and football. Why is this book so powerful? Because when we read it, we often see ourselves in the story. The Alchemist follows a young shepherd named Santiago who sells his entire flock, his life savings, to pursue a dream, finding treasure in the desert. Through countless obstacles, he stays true to that dream. It's a simple story, almost like a parable, but it has touched hundreds of millions of readers around the world. It's also a spiritual reflection of the author, Paulo Coelho. At 17, Coelho was rebellious, and his parents admitted him to a psychiatric hospital. Later, he was imprisoned for resisting dictatorship. At 38, still feeling lost, he set out alone on a pilgrimage, walking nearly 600 kilometers to Santiago, Spain. That 3-month journey calmed his restless heart, and it inspired The Alchemist, where he wove his personal reflections into Santiago's quest. After its publication, the book illuminated the hearts of those lost and searching. Coelho became one of the only Latin American writers compared to literary giants like Mark Twain. The Alchemist teaches us, a life without purpose is like a chaotic maze. Anyone who steps inside will spend their whole life searching for an exit. If you're too focused on gain and loss, you'll always miss your dream. Santiago was born into a simple farming family in Spain. His parents, who lived off a few fields, placed all their hope in him. They sent him to seminary school, wishing he'd become a priest, a source of pride and stability for the family. But Santiago had a different dream. He wanted to travel, to explore the world. One day, he gathered the courage to tell his father. Though the father resisted, he eventually agreed. He handed his son 3 gold coins and said, "Buy some sheep. Live the life you desire." These coins weren't just money. They were a father's unspoken approval, perhaps even a reflection of his own abandoned dream. Every character in The Alchemist carries a dream. The popcorn seller by the street always wanted to go to Africa. The crystal shop owner longed to visit Mecca. Even the thieves near the pyramids dreamed of treasure, just like Santiago. But under the weight of reality, most of them gave up. All that remained were quiet regrets and what-ifs. Why? Because their decisions were ruled by fear, by the balance between gain and loss. Without courage and clarity, your original desire fades. You lose the spark, you lose yourself. But Santiago broke free from the chains of a safe life. He left his hometown and became a shepherd, choosing freedom over security. Over 2 years, he mastered the shepherd's trade. He saw stunning landscapes and met new people. Life was simple and beautiful. Then came a dream. For 2 nights in a row, he dreamt of a child guiding him to the pyramids of Egypt, where treasure lay hidden. What did it mean? Santiago met an old man, the king of Salem, who told him, "That dream is your destiny, but dreams come at a price." To chase this one, Santiago had to give up the life he had built. And like most of us, he nearly let the moment pass. If you focus too much on what you might lose, you'll never reach what's meant for you. The king told Santiago, "Destiny is what you truly want to do." That line lit a fire in him. His childhood dream was to explore the vast world, and this was his calling. Once again, Santiago set off. The greatest lie we tell ourselves is, "It's too late. This is just my fate." But real destiny doesn't leave you feeling regret. It fills you with light. What do people regret more? The things they tried and failed, or the things they never dared to try? Research shows failures fade. We learn to live with them. But unfulfilled dreams haunt us, sometimes forever, because we can't rationalize what we never attempted. A writer once said, "Dreams don't die from failure. They die from hesitation." Dreams are like glowing metal. Only when it's hot can it be shaped. Once cooled, it hardens, resistant to change. So when your dream awakens, act. Take that first step while your heart is still burning. Even if you don't reach the destination, you'll become someone stronger along the way. What knocks you down only proves what you must rise above. Santiago's early days in Africa were devastating. He faced two huge setbacks. First, the language barrier. Second, betrayal. Someone he trusted stole all his money. Just the day before, he had 60 sheep. Now, he had nothing. No money, no friends, no plan. But he remembered the king's words. When you want something, the whole universe conspires to help you. The next day, he picked himself up and looked for a way forward. Life may hit hard, but it also whispers opportunities, if you're ready to see them. Santiago found a struggling crystal shop. He offered to clean the glass in exchange for food. The owner hesitated, but Santiago started cleaning anyway. Miraculously, customers walked in, and he got the job. But Egypt was still far away, across thousands of kilometers of desert. And after months of hard work, the dream felt distant again. He stayed, he worked, he saved. He learned Arabic, he doubled his money. He even had business ideas to improve the shop. 1 year later, he was richer than ever. But in his heart, he knew he couldn't stay. He hadn't come this far to stop now. To reach your dream, you must let go of the comfortable. Once again, he had a choice: stay and live a rich, safe life, or return to the road, chasing what truly mattered. The crystal shop owner tried to convince him to stay, but Santiago remembered, always remember what you truly want. And so, he walked away from wealth, toward his destiny. At an oasis, he met Fatima and fell deeply in love. For a moment, he thought of staying, of giving up his dream for love. But the dream returned, stronger than ever, and Santiago realized if he stayed, he'd regret it forever, and Fatima would carry that weight too. So he chose the path, trusting that true love waits for fulfilled hearts. A writer once said, "Those who truly live know how to let go. Only by releasing can we receive. Those who achieve great things always sacrifice comfort for the calling of their heart. True motivation burns from within." In the desert, Santiago faced yet another test. Captured by soldiers, stripped of his money, and ordered to perform a miracle. He had 3 days to become the wind, or die, and somehow he did. He opened his heart. He listened to the universe. He spoke with the sun, the wind, the soul of the world, and he became the wind. Finally, He reached the pyramids, but there was no treasure. Instead, he was robbed again, beaten by thieves. But one thief unknowingly revealed something. The real treasure was buried back home. Santiago had traveled the world, only to find that what he sought was with him all along. But the journey changed him. He grew, he loved, he endured. He became someone who could finally see. As Nietzsche once said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." And Coelho reminds us, it is the possibility of having a dream come true that makes life interesting. Even if the dream doesn't come true, the pursuit will make you come alive. Like Santiago, you may go in a full circle, but you'll return as someone transformed. The treasure was never the gold. It was always who you became along the way. So never let your dream die. Not for fear, not for practicality, not for anyone else's expectations. Keep your dream in the warmest part of your heart. No one can stop you from living your life except you. Believe that your greatest motivation comes from within, and believe that no tomorrow is out of reach. For the rest of your life, dare to follow your heart, own your path, and make it shine. Thank you for listening to Motivation Every Day. If today's episode inspired you, share it with someone who needs it. Click like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more weekly content. And if you have a thought or feeling right now, tell us in the comments. Thank you, and see you next time.